There's a story here in Matthew chapter 8, verses 24, 25, and 26. Is the context for it. And I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but the story is, it's a well-known story, and they were in the storm, and there arose a great tempest that was coming into this small rowboat. This wasn't a big boat. And they had to wake Jesus up for help. Now, we teach people to go to Jesus. Don't we teach you? We teach you when you need help, your pastor may not be there, your church may not be there, you know, but Jesus is always there. Go to Him. Get that vertical connection. That's what they did. They awoke Jesus, and when they awoke Him, He wasn't real happy with them. And they said, "Master, Master, save us, lest we perish. We're going to die. This ship is going down." Jesus then said, "O ye of little faith." He was angry. He was very angry at this. And this bothered me for years, because I thought, why would God be angry of people that were in the middle of a crisis and needed help? Why would He be so angry at them? That don't seem like our Lord. If you've never had cancer, if you've never had a child abducted and you can't find them, if you've never had many of the major issues of life happen to you, then you can't understand what fear is. I don't know too many people, including myself. I had cancer as a boy. I was healed of cancer in 2004, stage 4 as well. So I was healed as a boy and healed as a man, at death's door twice, and neither time was it comfortable. Do you hear me out there in TV land? Neither was it comfortable. And fear grips you. But because fear grips you, don't mean it has to have you. But I couldn't understand this most of my ministerial life, why Jesus was so angry. You're out in the middle of a dark sea. I mean, there's waves coming into the boat. These guys were experts at fishing. You would think that they would, you know, not be, but they were afraid. So they had to be good reason to be afraid. Now, God doesn't, you know, He doesn't promote fear. So what was He upset about? Why was He so grieved? Well, when I began to look at this, because I was on a jumbo jet coming out of England that was spiraling to the ground. It was going to crash. It's a miracle that it didn't. We dropped 25,000 feet like in seconds. And I came out of that thing so terrified, and I was ashamed that I was so afraid. And I said, "Lord, forgive me for being so afraid." He said, "I wasn't mad that you were afraid. I was mad that you thought you were going to die." What He was grieved with wasn't their fear. He was grieved they had already reached a conclusion. Oh, I'm talking to somebody tonight out there. What stops the power of God's whenever you've already made up your mind that you're never going to walk again. You've made up your mind that that pain has to be cancer. You haven't had a blood test yet, an MRI, but you just know, because your mother had it, you just know that's cancer. And all of a sudden, and people settle in. They've reached a wrong conclusion. Say the word wrong conclusion. You come, because that's a set of facts that feed into your mind that tell you this is it. Because you know somebody else that had that, and now you begin to see yourself like that. And you never see yourself as the exception. You always see yourself as the rule. And God said, when I'm in your life, you are the exception. Come on, come on.